video is going to be for Ryan Anderson, and if you're not Ryan Anderson, then keep. But I know y'all watch, and that's okay, but this video is not for y'all, it's for him. So I know that it's been about 3 months since we had any kind of text message exchange, and I know it's been really hard for you watching the show for the first time. I know it was all filmed, but I know that you don't, so I understand that you're reacting to things in real time.
So this is Gypsy Rose's apology video that she's done tonight. She did an apology post, and it you know, tried to place the blame on both of them, and it was like, we this and we that. I'll show you. But this is her apology video that she, I guess the post wasn't enough, and so she uploaded an apology video, and this is the apology video that she uploaded.
Just like I am. So I'm sorry for not giving you that grace. I do want to say, like, this is going to be kind of a long video of me just putting out what's on my heart. And I know that it is hard to watch things that we have said and things that happen, even if it was 6, 7, 8 months ago, whatever. I understand that it's the feelings are happening in real time. And I want you to know that it is extremely hard to watch you have to go through these emotions.
Okay, so it's hard for her to watch him go through these emotions. Although she sat beside Christy, chuckling while she was watching the show on live. Christy called him a douche, and she said absolutely nothing. They chuckled and laughed about it, but it's hard for her.
And I understand that when you are doing live streams, you're speaking your truth. You're speaking your mind and your peace. And I'm never going to filter you for doing that.
Bullshit. I'm sorry. That's what the other day was all about. Filtering him. That's why she said, if you put out more things on me, I come 10 times harder. You put out me, I have more stuff on you. That's what that was all about, was filtering him. This whole this whole apology must be riddled with lies, because so far, I'm not feeling any of this.
But whenever you put out text messages between you and I that I think are sacred, that should...
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. Let her finish the sentence.
In my opinion, be sacred between us.
Oh my God.
And when I mean sacred, I mean that there are very few people I trust in this world.
Oh, the manipulation is so real. Oh my God. So she feels that their text messages between her and him should be sacred. However, it's okay for her to forward text messages to her friend, Bree, and have Bree read them out on live to everyone, to her following. It's okay. She didn't find anything wrong with that. And this happened in December while she was supposedly in the hospital having her daughter. And all of this was taking place. So, again, I'm calling bullshit.
And I have always counted you as one of them.
Mm-hmm. So she counts him as a person that she trusts. No, she doesn't. She counts him as a person that she can manipulate, that she had underneath her thumb. She counts him as a person that she was able to know. She just knew that he would keep her secrets, just like Nicholas Godejohn in prison that hasn't said a single word about her, against her in the last, 10 years? He hasn't said a word. And so she thought that here Ryan was going to be the same person that she was able to manipulate. And that's what she's trying to do here. She's trying to manipulate this man into remaining silent. I wonder what kind of secrets this man must have on her. I wonder, because she's really going in with the manipulation and trying here.
I reached out to you when I was 2 weeks postpartum, and I didn't know how to handle my emotions. I just had a baby. My whole life changed. My literal whole life changed in an instant. And I don't regret having Aurora. I don't. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. Mm-hmm. But I leaned on you. I leaned on you because I trust you.
Okay, does that sound like a lean? She said, "Are you with Amber J?" And then, about 8 hours later, she says, "I don't know what's real anymore." That, I don't know. That kind of, like I said, she makes it difficult for him to heal because she's in his text messages doing all of this. And, every now and then she'll do something to try to, put the little hope in him, thinking that, trying to make him think that, oh, there's still a chance. And so she'll reach out to him every now and then. It's kind of like how people that do voodoo, every now and then they have to retouch their root work, every so often. They can't just do a voodoo spell and think it's going to last forever, right? So every so often they have to retouch it up, or whatever you call it. I'm not sure if that's the word for it, but it's kind of like that. So that's kind of what she's doing with Ryan here. And I think it's just sickening. It's totally sickening.
That is not something a lot of people I can say about. When I felt distant from Ken during those first few weeks postpartum, I vented to you. I told you everything that was on my heart and in my head.
You have a heart?
And I thought that was going to stay between us.
Of course you did.
Did I tell Ken? Eventually I did.
Eventually. Like today? Yesterday?
But I never aimed to hurt you.
Again, I call bullshit. Everything that she's done to this man seems to have been with the intention of hurting him. Otherwise, what would be the purpose of her releasing the text messages that he sent her in the public, on public live? What would be the purpose of her telling an interviewer that his D was not fire, and that she did not enjoy having intercourse with this man, that it was not pleasurable until, she never had a pleasurable experience until until Ken came along. She didn't have a pleasurable experience until Kenan came along, but she was not attracted at all to Ryan. What's the purpose of you telling a complete stranger, an interviewer, that if it's not your intention to hurt him? She's done a lot of things to hurt this man. And so her sitting here saying that she has not had the intention of hurt him is a complete lie.
It was never about hurting you.
Bullshit.
It was always about what the public might think, the public persona. And I think what gets to me, and I vented this to your mom, is that you have your TikTok personality, and then you have the real Ryan Anderson. And those two are two completely different people.
You divorced.
So when I see you...
You divorced the real Ryan Anderson. You divorced him. You left him. You abandoned the dog. You left this man. And then you went on an entire campaign of smearing this man and making him look like an ass in public with your friends, with your followers, in interviews and everything. You went on a public smearing campaign of this man. So now you're trying to say that you didn't intend to hurt him, but he has a different personality. The person that he is online is totally different than the person he is in reality. But the reality is you left the real him. And the person on TikTok gets online, what, once a month? And every now and then he does a poll where he says something to the effect of, all right, y'all, people in the chat are joking about the kid not being Ken's, the child maybe being Ryan. So he'll say, all right, y'all, I'm only doing one poll. If you think it's my baby, do red. If you think it's not, then do blue. That's not even really talking about her. That's, number one, appeasing his public, because he has a following as well now, and he's interacting with his people. But for her to sit here and say, oh, they're two different people, he's still the same person. She's so full of it.
On TikTok, acting the way you do, talking the way you do, doing your polls. That's not the man that I married.
Oh my God. You left
the man
him.
that I married.
You left.
Went on Facebook once a month because I asked him to.
And now he's on TikTok once a month. So you're mad about that because you're not asking him to now? He's just doing it because he wants to on TikTok once a month?
You didn't do social media. You didn't care. It was never about the public back then. And it's so hard to see what you have become.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The manipulation. So she's blaming him. Oh my God, this girl. If I could reach through this phone. Oh my God. So she's getting emotional, about to cry. Because so instead of her offering an authentic apology, she's blaming him once again. She's placing the blame square at his feet. So it's his fault that she's acted out the way she has. Right? Gotta be his fault.
So yeah, I get mad, I get frustrated, I get angry because I know that that's not you.
See? Blaming him.
Where's the person that came to visit me when we had an argument and I told you, don't come, and then you showed up anyway?
You left him.
Where's the person that was there for me whenever my parents were on the edge of a divorce?
You left him. You divorced
and Christy
him.
didn't pick up the phone for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And you were all I had.
3 weeks.
You think I forgot haven't.
Apparently you have. Apparently you have. You ball possum. I swear, oh my God, this woman is insufferable. I can't believe this. So she's blaming him, and but the man that went to see her, that would drive all that way to go see her, despite them having an argument, the man that was there for her, that bridged that gap between her and Christy, because Christy didn't pick up the phone for 3 weeks, so he reached out to them to try to get them to answer the phone. So he was there for her. That man, she left. She divorced him. She left him. She lied to him, deceived him, manipulated him, and left his ass with the dog.
I hate that we keep doing this back and forth, trying to hurt each other, but we're not.
There is no we back and forth. We are trying to hurt each other. All of the pain and everything is coming from her. This is the first time this man ever hit back. So she's had an entire year that she's been smearing this man, lying about this man, and she trusted that he wouldn't hit back, though. She trusted that he wouldn't disclose that she's been calling him or texting him. She trusted him that those things would stay sacred and stay secret. She trusted him that he would maintain all of her secrets. She trusted that. But she left this man. He was so sacred to her. And she smeared him and hurt him in the public eyes while we all watched. She talked shit about this man in public, on her show, on podcasts, on interviews. She talked shit about this man. And so he jabs back. He didn't even hit. He jabbed her. It was a small jab. And now she's saying we were hurting each other. We? The only talking that he ever did about Gypsy was when he was answering questions in his chat. And even in that, he would be kind. And he would say, we're not talking about that, guys, blah, blah, blah. If someone said, Gypsy used you, she's taking advantage of you, he said, no, I don't believe that. I can't believe that. And so she's having a fit because he was talking about her. And in situations like that, that's all it was. That's the extent of him, quote, talking about her. And she's tripping about that. She's calling that we hurting each other. All of the hurt was coming from one direction, from her.
We're not trying to hurt each other. We're trying to hurt each other's reputations. I hate the fact that we are trying to be at war with each other. But I know I just want the best for you. I want you to be happy. I want you to move on. I want you to move on with someone that's going to make you happy, that's going to love you like you should be loved.
That's why she sent him that jealous girlfriend text asking him if he was with Amber J. Are you with Amber J? That's ex-girlfriend stuff. It's ex-girlfriend stuff, being nosy. Are you with her? She didn't say, I think she's pretty. I think she would be good for you. No, she asked if they were together as though she were maybe a little jealous about it. And I think Amber J said that that Gypsy blocked her a few times. I'm not sure if she did a thing like she did with Ryan, the blocking and unblocking, blocking and unblocking. I'm not sure if she did that with Amber J, but Amber J did say that Gypsy blocked her. That's jealous ex-girlfriend stuff. That's not I'm hoping that you find happiness with someone else. That's not what that is. She's such a liar and manipulator. I hope people can see through this. I hope people aren't. I mean, at least she pulled out some real tears. I don't know where she got them from, my asshole or what, but she pulled out some real tears from somewhere for this one.
And I know that it's hard because I get it. I did you wrong, and I'm sorry for that. But every time we would text each other, every time we would talk on the phone,
Every time?
you wouldn't really bring that up.
Now, when she disclosed of this man's text messages in December, when she did that and let people know, oh, he still text messages me, see, and she disclosed those text messages through her friend, Bree. When she did that, the only thing that showed were those few messages that Ryan sent to her when she had dyed her hair back from blonde to brunette. He sent her a text message saying, I've always liked you as a brunette. And then he said, I think you're the most beautiful girl I've seen, or something like that. I only have eyes for you. You know that. She only showed those few text messages. And then she indicated that he was texting her, but she wasn't texting him. She wasn't responding to him. She didn't want to give him the impression that there was hope. So he's text messaging her, but she's not saying anything to him. And so that's another reason why there was such fanfare when she got quote unquote hacked in December by the Turkish hacker. Y'all remember that? Yeah, because everybody knew that what she was releasing was bullshit. Everybody knew that she was sending him more text messages than what she had shown. And now she's admitting, every time we text each other, every time we talk, pay attention. That means that she has been texting him, that she has been on the phone with him. Every time we text each other, every time we talk.
We were civil, if not even friendly. So yeah, I am sorry that in all of this confusion and anger and disappointment, that seeing that text message that you released, for what? For what?
For what? For what? For the same reason that you released his text messages to you. Do you think? Possibly? Because there was absolutely no reason for you to release those text messages that he sent to you. And so now he jabs back. Because I guess maybe people in his chat, or maybe someone was saying something to him questioning whether or not he was telling the truth that you ever had text messaged him. Because you were implying that you never had. Miss Gypsy Rose. This girl is ridiculous. She is so ridiculous. She can't take full accountability. She can't just give a complete and thorough apology, a sincere, genuine apology. She's got to say, well, I did what I did because you did what you did. So, we're both horrible people, but, I apologize for being a horrible person because you were being a horrible person. What kind of bullshit is that? I'm sorry. Mr. Jimenez, I do apologize if you've made it this far in the video. Probably should have said in the beginning, you might want to sit this one out because I'm feeling a little, a few different ways. Because this girl really infuriates me. She really, really does. She can't and then she's got on these filters. This ain't how she looks. So she's asking, what about the man that I married? This ain't the woman that he married. This woman's filtered. The hell?
Because you wanted to show that you are the truth teller on TikTok? Well, that hurt my trust. And so, yes, in turn, I put out personal information of yours that I knew that you didn't want out there. And it was wrong, and it was below the belt.
And spiteful and vindictive.
And it was too far. And I'm sorry.
She must be worried like hell for that doggone lawsuit. She must be worried as hell. She must have received some cease and desist or something from Ryan's lawyer. I hope she did.
I truly am sorry. Even if you give me many other jabs.
Which I hope he does.
I won't put out anything else about you.
Bullshit. Give her another month.
I'm not going to try to hurt you.
She's lying.
I know that in your heart you care about me.
So, you see the manipulation. If you give me many more jabs, I won't try to hurt you because I know that you love me. Do you see the manipulation? The utter manipulation that she's given this. She's so deceptive, and she's manipulating this man. She's manipulating the fact that he loved her, and there may still be some love there for her, and she's manipulating that. She did nothing to help this man heal after she left him. She left him. She cheated on him, had an entire baby while she was still married to him. On television shows, in interviews, sitting on the same couch during a podcast that she sat next to him on the same couch. But now she was sitting there next to Kenan. Saying things about Ryan. Unkind things. Yeah. And so she's manipulating him, trying to use the fact that he may still have some love for her. And if he still loves her, he won't jab her anymore. Because she knows that he still loves her. I cannot stand this woman.
Know in your heart that you are a good person.
She has said that a few times.
And I'm just sorry. I'm sorry that you fell in love with a piece of shit like me.
Yeah, you are a piece of shit. You're a real piece of shit. But she doesn't mean, this is not sincere. And I see her face getting red, but I don't see a tear falling right now. This girl is so manipulative, it's ridiculous. And I understand that she's been raised to manipulate, to deceive people, so I guess it's just her going back to the way she was raised, right? I can understand that. But at some point, when do you become old enough to take responsibility for your own actions? Because she knows what's the difference between right and wrong. She has an idea. She knows what's ethical. She knows morals. She just doesn't have any.
I always said Ryan was my love, is my love. But you were my comfort.
And you left him.
You were my safe place because I knew that you never would hurt me.
You divorced him.
And I'm just tired.
Okay, so I will say this. I've never been divorced. I'm not sure about all of the, I can only imagine what it's like going through a divorce. I have friends that have gone through divorce. But I can't imagine the amount of slinging, dirt slinging, mud slinging, that some people do, because I've seen divorces that are amicable. So the fact that she left this man in the way that she did is crazy. It's totally crazy. But she divorced this man, and it's just crazy. It's absolutely nuts.
Of this war, and I want it to end. I don't know what you think the alternative could be between you and I. That's where I get stuck at, is I can't keep texting you. I can't keep talking to you. I have a whole family. I'm in a committed.
So again, she said, I can't keep texting you, and I can't keep talking to you. So she's in interviews, podcasts, given the impression that she has had no contact with Ryan through text messages, phone, at all. She's given, pretty much said that, she's kind of made a clean break from him. So now she's letting it be known that she can't keep texting, can't keep talking to him. Which is basically letting us all know that she's lied. She's been lying all along when she's said directly that she's had no contact with him. She's said that she's had no contact with him. And she's been lying to her 9.6 million followers and people that have actually believed the words that come out of her mouth, that have actually believed the expressions on her face, because they can't tell the difference between manipulation and deceit. They hear a little voice, a little short woman that I guess did pass herself off as a child, though she was 24. And I think people want to believe, because there's no way that you can see this woman, hear her, see her make facial expressions without tears, see her go back and forth in the media, on her shows, podcasts, and then every time she makes a misstep, I'll call it a misstep, every time she makes one, she comes back with an excuse. And the excuses don't even make sense. I hope that Ryan no longer accepts, if she does ever try to call him again. I hope that he never accepts her phone call. I hope that he never responds to another text message. I hope that he allows himself to make a complete break, so that then he can allow himself to completely get over her. And she won't expect it, but that's what he needs. I wish Nicholas could do the same. Unfortunately, Nicholas is in prison for life with a bunch of males that he's probably not attracted to, so there's that. But, I have in my heart the sincere desire for them both to get over her and to move on with their lives as best that they can. Gypsy isn't the end all be all for them, because Ryan can have someone better that will actually love him and not use, manipulate, and throw him away. So we'll see if this is the end. We shall see.
Relationship. I have a daughter with this man. Like, I don't know if, like, we can't be friends. Do you understand what position I'm in?
Do you
I know to
understand
you,
his
as long as I keep
position?
talking to you, you feel some sort of connection, but that can't be. We can't do that. We're not at that space. All I can do is wish you the best, and I know that that is finite, and that's definite. And I know this is all sinking in, that it's really the end now.
Mm-hmm.
But you will always have a place in my heart, and we will always have those good memories together.
I don't really think that you have a heart, but that's just me.
But that has to be it. Some people come in our lives for a season, others for a reason. And the reason you came in my life was to show me that I need to be a better person.
Mm-hmm. And your season
So this
is over.
video is going to be for Ryan Anderson.
So there's that. That's Gypsy's apology video. So she said that the video is for Ryan, not for the public, but she knows that we are watching. You can say, why would you put this on public media if it's just for him? But then I would say, well, she screwed with him in the public, so she needs to apologize on the same platform that she disrespected him on. That's just me. That's just how I feel about it. I think all of this was just bullshit. This was a complete manipulation of his feelings for her and trying to ensure that whatever he has on her, that he stops speaking on her, that he doesn't say anything else. I don't know what other text messages she could have sent to him, other than the few that he's said that she sent. I don't know what kind of dirt he could have on her, but she's really trying here to keep it covered, to keep him under her thumb so that she can continue to manipulate him into remaining silent. If I thought I disliked her before, every time she opens her mouth, I dislike her a little more. And I'm moving towards loathing her because I hate it when people manipulate and bully people. And I have to see it. And I hate it because I've been that person that's been bullied and manipulated and, and tried to be, people deceived me. And because I had a good heart, I let it go. Even when I knew I was being manipulated. Even when I knew they were trying to be deceitful. Because I cared about them, I allowed it. And now, at my age now, I'm a different person. And I hate seeing that when it happens to other people. And so I'm hating to see this happen to Ryan because I guess I identify with him. And the fact that we're watching this girl that has done nothing but manipulate people her entire life. She's done nothing but use her voice and her little tears and her little facial expressions and all of that to manipulate people her entire life. And she's 33. She's not a kid. She is not a child. She knows better. But yet she continues because it's beneficial to her. She knows better, but it benefits her. So she's going to continue to do it. She's going to be 60 years old still using her little baby voice because it works for her until people say no more. Until people around her in her orbit stop enabling her. Until her friends or her following starts to tell her this is not right. We don't agree with that. Because the reality of it is, she can apologize, but it still doesn't take back the fact for all the things that she did to this man. So she's jabbed him, 25 times? He jabs back once and she has a cow? I understand that in a sense, some people might say, oh, well, they're both wrong. But I don't see where he wronged her on the same level that she's wronged him. Yet her apology is not genuine. She's still manipulating this man, even in this bullshit apology. She's still trying to manipulate him. She's still. And I hope he sees right through her. Thank you guys for watching my video. Like I said, I'm trying to get better at releasing more videos more often. So I thank you guys for watching with me today. Like I said, it moves fast. Gypsy gives us a lot of content. And so this will not be a Gypsy Rose channel. She's just doing a lot. So I'm doing a lot. But thank y'all again for watching my video. I hope you guys have a great day. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.